good evening. Make sure you guys can see. Yes, fantastic. How are you tonight? I hope everybody is well. I am super excited. So as you can see, I have this beautiful hope chest here in front of me that needs a little bit of updating, right? It needs some love. So we are going to do that tonight. This is for a sweet friend of mine, which I'm so excited that she trusted me with this piece. It is a family, something that's been passed down from her family to her, and it holds her grandmother's, her Mimi's quilts that she made for her. So I'm super excited. Let me put this on so I can see comments. I'm on my little wheelie do, so hopefully it's not too loud and hopefully the heater doesn't get on. So let's put this here. I'm going to make it so that I have to look to the side to see y'all's comments. Okay. Fantastic. Well, very good. I'm so excited you guys are with us. I've had some requests to see a project from start to finish. You guys typically see, if I do furniture, somewhere in between. And you don't always get to see the beginning portion. And so that is our goal tonight. Hey, Miss Linda, how are you? Tonight's goal is for you guys to see how I prepare my furniture. Even though we're going to use Junk Monkey Chalky Style paint, which has minimal prep, right? We are still, I still clean my pieces. I still make sure that everything is its best surface to receive the paint. And I want something that's going to last a super long time. Hey, Mama. All right, so I have you guys off to the side. I'm not being rude. I see y'all right there. So if you guys have any questions, definitely hop on and let me know. As you guys pop on, say hello. I love to know who's watching, where you're watching from. And if you're catching this on the replay, you know it's the replay because the little red live button is not flashing above my head. So we'll go over some details of what we're starting with. We start with our piece of furniture. Duh. Oh, let's start with this. I'm Jessica with Pure Grace Inspirations. I am a gift shop. I am not. I have a gift shop here in Casco, Maine. And, hey, Kathy, how are you? You have a chest that's, oh, yes. Girl, this is for you. I'm excited about this one. This is going to be a fun one with a sweet surprise inside for its recipient. So this one has been around a really long time. You open it and it has that homey smell to it. You guys know what I'm talking about? It just has that familiar odor, and I'm super excited. I tried not to have paint on me. Too late. I'm so excited about tonight. So let's just kind of hop in. These are the products that I use to prepare my pieces, right? So I have Crud Cutter. That is my cleaner of choice. I like a degreaser because you never really know what's on the surface. It doesn't matter what paint you use or what you're painting over, clean it first, right? You want to make sure you have really good cleaning. And if you don't have Crud Cutter, I have a bucket here. And in this bucket is a couple squirts of Dawn dish soap to water. And just pure clean water. It doesn't need to be warm, it doesn't need to be cold, whatever comes out of the tap works for me. Here in Maine, that is like ice cold. If you're on a well like I am, it is like freezing cold. It will wake you up, but that doesn't matter. It is just clean water with a couple squirts of Dawn dish soap. That works really well too. And we might use that in a couple spots. Crud Cutter, I do have my sander. This one is a battery operated one. I thought I brought an extra battery out. Might not have. And then you need sanding pads. These are new to me. I know they're not new in the world, but these are 10 times longer life. And they're weird. You know, like standard sanding pads have like this fun little, they're usually like colored, red or blue, I think sometimes blue. Well, these are like a mesh. They're weird. They're really weird. They're supposed to be 10 times longer. They come with this, but it also comes with an extra little Velcro pad. So this is your thing. And then it has an extra Velcro pad that probably will never come off of here now. That's all right. It works for all of them. You just stick that puppy on there. So we will use that. You're going to want some cloths. You're going to need a wet, a clean water bottle as well. I'm going to stick that back here. And then some rags. Now these are funny. I picked these up over the weekend at Lowe's. Now these are fancy shirts in here. I don't know. This is like that dry wick or that wicking type of cleaner. I don't know. It says white cotton knit, but I'm questioning their choices. Anyway, it's all right. Oh, hello, Michelle. How are you? We are starting this sweet little hope chest tonight. My hope is that it's not too loud for you guys. So these are shop rags that work fantastic. Extra scissors. I don't know why, but I always need an extra pair. And then I do have a standing pad to get in some of the crevices that this doesn't get to. But I also, guys, these are the Scotch-Brite pads. And they come like this. I cut them in half. And they work really well getting into the crevices, too. And this one is the heavy duty, so it's got a little bit of a grip to it. I really like these. I need to actually pick up more of them. I forgot how much I liked them until I utilized them the other night. I was like, girl, where have these been on my days lately? So, and you need a wheelie cart. That's optional. You've been waiting for this. I'm so excited. I'm excited for this one. I need to, because I'm doing it here on live, you guys get to see the process, and it's going to speed me up, because this cannot sit in my garage for 6 months like some other tables have. Boy. All right, so we're going to scoot those to the side. You don't necessarily need the sander, but I'm going to sand the top, because, guys, this is heavily loved. I'm not going to say damaged or anything like that, but it is heavily loved. There's lots of scrapes. There's lots of character built into it. So we're going to sand some of that down too. So I'm going to scoot these bad boys off to the side. I'm excited. So, and something that makes it easy, make sure you guys can still see me, to put your piece of furniture on wheels, right? So you can pick up these great carts from Harbor Freight. And they're usually on sale. They come in 2 sizes, a really long size, which is this one, and then a short little one that is at the bottom of this. So let's just get started, right? That's what we're here for. And when we're done with this, we are going to paint it, give it a really cool paint finish. I'm so excited. So spray it down. If you guys have any questions and I missed them during the live, let me know. I promise I will get back to you if I don't see it in the live video, because that font is uber tiny. It is super duper tiny. So I'm going to stand up for a second. Now you can use shop rags. You can use the other rags, whichever you would prefer. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to use my Scotch-Brite that kind of gets things moving. And you can already see, I don't know if you guys can already see, but there's a lot of dirt already on there. Typically, I have started wearing a mask when I do older pieces, because you don't know what's on them. And it can be toxic. I have a piece that I'm working on right now. Oh my gosh, it was gross, but totally worth it. You can see I did sand this down a little bit the other night just to kind of see ahead of time. All right, so I'm going to scoot that. That's just kind of scuffing up the top a little bit. Look at that. Can you see that? Like, that is just one little swipe. Well, welcome, welcome. If you guys are just joining, I'm so glad you did. I hope you guys have had a fantastic day. A great week. Tomorrow is Friday. You have made it. If you guys are still working, God bless you. I know I am. And I woke up this morning thinking today was Friday. I don't know where that came from. But so I did the top first because I am going to sand it down. And I want that to dry a little bit before I sand. So that's really gross. What I'm going to also do, let me show you this. Whoop. Ooh. Did you see that? I almost got on the iPads. Careful. So, I use these rags as well in the Dawn dish soap. These are really sturdy shop rags. You buy them in a bucket, and it works so good, guys. Look at how much has come up. But we prepped it a little bit with the crud cutter. If you're working with a piece that you really don't know where it has been, you want to really make sure you clean it good. Now, I know that my customer wants to keep a lot of these details, which we're going to do, but I want to clean up this edge. So once this is dry, we're going to sand it. And that, honestly, is all we're doing tonight. Our prep work is cleaning. And the importance of it is crazy, y'all. You don't, I want this to dry because I want you to see the sanding process. You might need a little wire brush to get in some of these crevices. If you have nails, they work great. And I'm not worried about my manicure, right? You guys have been along long enough to know that my manicure is not a concern for me. So make sure you get into those pieces. Now, any detail work, is good to make sure you use the Dawn dish soap, right? Or really any cleaner, I'm sorry. But you want to make sure that you clean those out because they will be affected with how they take the paint. And the finish that we're doing, we're going to do Paris Gray on this, but we are also going to do a really cool finish. Like my customer sent me some Pinterest ideas, because let me tell you, I can waste a whole night on Pinterest. Just looking at ideas, looking at different paint finishes, techniques, like you're always learning something, right? So if you have a piece and you don't know what to do with it, go online. Get some inspiration from the resources out there, right? Because there are so many. We're just cleaning really good. Now sometimes also, what I would recommend, if you have a piece that's going to bleed, and you're using a light color, and what I mean by bleed is the tannins in your wood, so like the finish underneath could bleed through if you're using antique lace or vintage white, even mocha magnets, or that's what we got on that cute little piece back there. Sometimes those come through. I recommend sealing your piece with banana peel first, which is a polyacrylic, right? So you're going to take that polyacrylic and you're going to put down a couple coats. 2 at the very most. You'll know if a piece is going to bleed. You'll see it come through the color on your first coat. If it comes through that color on the first coat, don't fret it. You can still seal it with the banana peel over top and then just lightly sand and paint your piece. But we put a lot of work and effort into these pieces, right? We want them to last for ages. Let's see if I missed anything. I did not. I'm going to clean the back. We'll spin it around. So the back of this is pretty basic. It's got some hinges on here. Super cute though, right? And we're going to do a sweet little thing, surprise inside, when it's all said and done, which I will show you guys after she has seen it. Can't do it before. So, I like the Dawn dish soap, guys, because it really cuts through. I'm going to just rinse out my rag. You want to get those old juices out of there. If you guys would take just a moment and share our videos, we so appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. All right, there we go. So if you have, say a little piece like right here, and you really are not getting it cleaned out, take your Scotch-Brite pad, get a little bit of water on there, and just clean that, just like that. And that will get into those crevices. I know sometimes cabinet doors, if you're doing a cabinet door, they can have a lot of those details, right? And those details get dirty, especially in a kitchen. So you want to make sure that you do. You need one of those rolling seats. We made this. It started off as one of these little, like, what are those, utility carts? I don't even know. Man movers, I can't think of the name. But we picked it up at Harbor Freight. And then this is a stool, the top of a stool. My mama cut it off, God bless her, and attached it for me. But it makes the jobs easier, right? Make sure you clean your feet too, guys. Just like we need to wash our feet every day, we gotta wash these things too. We're gonna do a fun, like, metallic champagne on these. I'm so excited. Alright, almost done. I really like the dish soap, I have to say. If you don't have Kreg cutter, Gone dish soap cuts the grease. Oh, I like it. Okay, I'm going to spin it back around. Ooh, I got the side. I have been on the hunt for a Hope chest for me. I've always wanted one. And then I just think they're super fun. And it'd be great to do some of those transfers that we carry here in the shop by Prima. Oh my gosh, y'all. You can dress these up big time, right? So our front is nice and clean. Let me scoot this around. So this has just a little button here. Hold on, my fingers are wet. There we go. And it just opens up. Make sure you clean that lip too, guys. We are not painting inside. And it smells divine. But make sure you get that lip nice and clean. Did I get that side? I did. But make sure you get in those corners. What is it? Practice 70% of the work. And it's true. Even with chalky style paint, guys, you still want to clean. As much as we don't like to clean, it saves us in the end. So see that dirt that came out of that little crevice, like this little notch here? Oh, I like it. If you don't want to do this, let me show you something. You can take, do I have one down here? Alright, this works. This one is a wire brush, but you can take these little brushes. You can pick them up at, well, hello, Julie. Oh, you want to update? Girl, let me tell you, they're so much fun. So what you'll do, these are little. You can pick them up. Oh, you know who I saw these at? Not Family Dollar, the Dollar Tree. You get 3 for $1. And this one is, be careful because he's wire. But they make them some without. And you just come in and you clean these little crevices. Right? If you don't want to use, oh my, look at that. And it kind of helps rough the paint up just a little bit too. How is everybody? What have you guys done this week? For those that have been quarantined at home, what have you guys done? Any projects? I'm hoping. Oh, that's awesome. Just rinse it out a little bit. Alright, anybody else? Let's go right down this little. And this is perfect for little corners and crevices that you can't get to. Alright. So, we're going to come in. That's nice and clean. What we're going to do next, we're going to take clean water. And typically if you don't have nothing but clean water. Let's try one of these weird rags though. I want a cotton one though. There's gotta be t-shirt rags. Ooh, perfect size. I don't even have to cut it. So what we're doing now is we are washing off residue that might be left over from Dawn. Sometimes Dawn leaves that film and you want to clean it off, and that's where your clean water comes in. So I'm just spraying this baby down with some water. Love those mystery bottles, guys. Okay. If this was a light colored, I would be worried, right? I'm not that worried about this color. If you were painting antique lace or vintage white over top of this, buttercream, any of a light color, anything in the light family, you're gonna wanna seal it. Otherwise, in the end, it's going to look dingy. Might not right away, but give it a month. Give it 2 months, and you'll see the difference. Guys, let me tell you, having your pieces on rolly carts is amazing. I have a piece over there that has 4 casters. It's amazing. I'm not going to worry about the top. We're going to sand this. So, bear with me, guys. We're almost done. And I think my friend is using this as a coffee table, right? Does anybody else use things that are not designed for their purpose? Like, would you use a book chest as a coffee table? Heck yeah. And what you're going to want to do, we're not going to paint tonight because you want your piece nice and dry before you add that first coat of paint. I know this part might be a little boring, but it's part of the process, right? There's always something that needs to be done before. Make sure you clean in those crevices. We did a lot in those little fellas. Okay, beautiful. I'm super happy with that. What did I drop? Okay. Making sure it wasn't some sort of electronic component. Where do I get the rolling cart? Hey, Chelsea, how are you, darling? Do you recognize this? Where do I get the rolling cart? I get them from Harbor Freight, and they're usually super duper inexpensive. They start off, a lot of times you can get the smaller ones for like $7.99 with their little coupons, and then the bigger ones are like $12.99. I'm sorry, you cannot beat that price, right? Can I wheel that big one in? No, I'm not going to. I'll show it to you later. Let's get some wheels. Okay. Sandpaper. So, I'm going to take, hopefully this isn't super loud. I have you guys way over there. I will maybe not do the whole thing on the live so you guys aren't like crazy with the noise. If it's too loud, let me know. Is that crazy? This is nice and smooth. Let me see. What did I miss? Oh, hey, Chels. Oh, I am so excited to be taking on this project. You have no idea, girl. So I'm excited. This we sanded. As you notice, I was sanding, but I was also feeling as I was sanding. I don't want to take too much off, and I want to leave a lot of the texture that's already here because of the character that it brings, right? So there's a few spots that I do see that still need a little bit of hand sanding. Don't be afraid to bring in that hand sander. Smooth out your corners, right? All right, that makes me happy. That is super smooth. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, so that is super smooth. This is a very fine grit sandpaper. The one on my drill or my sander is I think 180. So it's a little bit more of a rough sandpaper, which is good because that gives me that nice smoothness that I want here at the edges. Perfect for the kitty to jump up on, right? Girl, you're going to have to keep Nixon off. Just kidding. It'll be well protected. Because we know Nixon does what he wants, right? So let's... Whew, whoa, workout right there. You can tell I need to work out. So what we're going to do, I'm going to just make sure there's a little corner here that I want to fix. That smooths it down. Facts. Right? So we're just feeling, if you see something, now's the time to do it, so you don't have to come back and do it later, right? Oh, I'm excited. Okay, so there's a little spot right here. That's where these sanding pads come in great. Did you see how it folds right around that corner? Beautiful, right? Linda, have you used yours yet? Let me tell you, all with these, you can clean these. Stick them in that Dawn dish soap mixture that you have back there, and they'll come clean. So what we're going to do is make sure that I have all the areas that I want. And we're just, like it's a process. If we want it to last for ages and ages, not that you don't have to sand, guys, you don't. This is optional, but I like to sand in some occasions, right? As you guys can tell, Chelsea is my client on this one. This is her whole chest, which I'm so excited. It's always a compliment when your friends see what you do and want you to do something for them. Like, seriously, she doesn't know it, but she's going to be in charge of all my marketing. All my social media. Right, girly? All right. What you're going to want to do next I'm that girl that can go, oh, there's still one more. We're good. I want to just feel over the piece. You will get covered in dust. Not yet. Oh, girl. Have you painted anything with the new colors, guys? Next, I know we're going to concentrate on this, which I'm thinking we might tomorrow night. Slap that for, ooh, I'm doing takeout, so I'll be home. Might be a little bit later, but we'll go ahead and put that second step on paint. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait for this transformation, guys. All right, so I'm going to take a cloth. And now you can blow this off with an air hose, and I would do that, but not with you guys, because that compressor is loud. So what you're going to do, you're like, girl, you're getting something else wet. Yes, I am. What you're going to do, we're going to take the dust off of here. You can't paint on top of dust. It doesn't work. So what you're going to do, come in, a damp rag, and you're going to wipe down the whole surface. It's almost like a double clean. But you want to make sure you get the dust off. I don't like tack cloths, and that's just a personal preference. I think tack cloths leave residue, and I don't like residue. So a damp rag works beautifully. One thing I like to do sometimes too is I will take a little dusty broom and I'll come in, sweep out those corners, right? It kind of just helps aid in the cleaning process. take your broom and just clean. And that helps because you get dust that settles here in the corners. Have you ever noticed that paint sometimes gets stuck in those little sections? This gives you, oh, you guys can't see me when I stand up, can you? I'm finally too tall. Sorry, had to go there. We all know I'm not. So we're just gonna come in here. Wipe her down. Now, I can feel something right there. So we're gonna come back in with the sandpaper. Or let's do, oh, I got him a little wet. In this instant, you want to make sure, because of the wood, you want to make sure that you sand in the direction of the wood grain. I think we got it. And that's almost where it feels like where two pieces of wood met right there. Probably just being picky, but I want that nice and smooth. Just de-dusting. That's all we're doing, guys. We're taking the dust off. Oh, I like it, guys. I'm excited. I can't wait for this piece to be done. So we will definitely come back on tomorrow night, and we are going to put our first coat of paint on here. So thank you guys so much for joining the process. I think it was fun. I hope you guys got some good tips out of it, something in there. And we will see you tomorrow night. If you would hit that notification button, it should have popped up on your screen to say when Pure Grace goes live. That way you know, because I'm not always the greatest on a schedule. You guys know that. I promise I will get better. But as you guys know, that is my goal. So anyway, blessings to you guys. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments below. I appreciate y'all so much. Have a blessed night, and I'll see you later.